Hey, this is Wakefield, still in the midst of quarantine and pandemic, as are you. And many of us are wondering, what do I do? What should I do? So I wanted to come at you with 5 things that we can focus on in the midst of so much of our freedom to act as we normally would have been zapped. So what are the 5 things we can proactively focus on in the midst of quarantine and pandemic? All of these 5 steps will have videos that go deeper into the details of what does this mean for me? How do I apply this? So be sure to check out those videos as well. So here we go, the 5 steps. Step number 1 may seem obvious, but stay physically healthy. That can mean protecting us from the outside forces like viruses that seek to come after our health, but also just spending time without that exposure, building up the defenses for when we do encounter it. There are numerous ways to build up our defenses being stuck at home, and I hope you're taking advantage of those. Step number 2, get peace in your heart and your head. Basically, we cannot worry about what we can't control because it's going to zap step number 1 and take our physical health as well. So we have to find a way to fill our hearts and minds with good things and make sure worry and anxiety have no home within us. Step number 3, we turn to the financial part of things. Budgeting. You have to be budgeting in times where all of a sudden every dollar matters a whole lot more than it did a few months ago because there's very little room for error because cash is scarce. So how do we make the most of the cash we have? We budget. We give every dollar a job that's coming into our household, and we make sure we're spending in ways that reflect who we are and what's really important to us. And that also carries us into step number 4, manage our cash well. And that's not talking about the income like in a budget, but the cash we already have, managing it really well and giving every dollar a job, reflecting on the cash reserves we're keeping both in cash around the house and plus cash in our checking and savings account at a financial institution, and giving all of those dollars a job and knowing specifically why we've given them the jobs we have. And finally, if we've done those last couple steps well, it'll allow us to do step number 5, which is look for opportunity. Financial opportunity will abound in a time of such disruption. And we've already seen that some in the stock market, but we never know exactly when that opportunity will be at its peak, and we must be ready. We must be able to know how much of our own cash we could expose to opportunity, knowing that we cannot time the best opportunity. So we have to sometimes take advantage even when we're not sure of the future. And those opportunities can stretch beyond our money as well. They can stretch to relationship opportunity. They can stretch to opportunity to engage new resources in our energy and in developing our skills that weren't there just a few short months ago. Opportunities to work more flexibly with our time at home and having to work remotely. All of this is opportunity, and we must be eager to seize it because it's not like our time is any less valuable than it was before this pandemic hit. Actually, our time may be more valuable than ever, so we have to seize the opportunity that's in front of us. If you focus on those 5 steps, and I encourage you to watch the videos where we dive into all a little bit deeper, I promise you that this pandemic is going to be a blip on your journey of fruitfulness in your entire life. And that means a lot more than just with our money. Really giving us contentment in the deepest parts of who we are. So if we do that together, if we keep holding each other accountable to those things and to those 5 steps, then we will all determine together that the best is actually still yet to come. Thanks for watching.